Hello friends, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Allie and I am the founder of Aquarian Soul, the original crystal-infused apothecary and author of Plant Magic for the Beginner Witch and Herbs and Crystals DIY. My channel is all about herbs, crystals, and plant magic. Today, I will be showing you how to do a pumpkin prosperity spell. This can be used to attract wealth, business success, increase your income. You can basically tailor the spell to whatever your needs are at the moment. This spell is a variation of the one that you can find in my book, Plant Magic for the Beginner Witch, under the same title. However, there will be some slight variations in the ingredients, so if you want to attract more prosperity and abundance into your life, keep on watching to learn how to do this spell. You're going to need a small pumpkin like this, which is typically called a pie or a sugar pumpkin, or one of these bigger pumpkins that you use for carving jack-o'-lanterns. You're going to want to just slice the top half off, or maybe the top quarter off, and make sure to get out as many of the seeds as you can. And now that it's clean, also make sure that the bottom has a nice little flat base for the candle to sit on top of. For the herbal components, you're going to need some dried orange peel, some dried basil, bay leaves, cloves, chamomile, star anise, and cinnamon. You can use either the stick form or the powdered, but I prefer to use the stick form. You're also going to need some peppermint water, or you can also use fresh peppermint or dried peppermint, some rice, and a green candle. I am using one encased in glass. It just makes it easier to sit flat on the bottom, but you could also use a taper candle or any other kind of green candle that you might have. You're also going to need some abundance, prosperity, or money oil. I have one that I made 2 or 3 videos ago. I'll link it up top so you can go learn how to make that one first if you want to. And you're also going to need some honey. And you're also going to need 2 types of crystals. The first one is going to be some citrine, and the second one is going to be green aventurine. You're going to want to start off by writing a petition. You're going to want to write your name and birthday 3 times across. I just made up a name, Rose Thorn sounded good. And then you're going to turn your paper to the right, and over top you can write whatever you want to bring in. If you want more customers for your business, a higher income in your job, just more money in general, write whatever you want going that way, and then turn it again to the right, and then sign it like you're signing a check on the 3rd side. As you're doing this, just imagine the money coming to you, your wallet feeling full, your bank account looking high, and just cleanse this petition over some incense smoke. And then we're going to anoint the petition paper with some of this abundance oil. We're also going to be using it later on as well, so keep this handy, and just do 5 dots. I like to do what's called the 5-point formation, which is just 4 dots on the side and 1 in the middle. And I'm just using the lid because it has a cute little crystal on top, but of course you can use your fingers. And then you're going to want to always fold the petition towards you. You're calling the money in towards you. And yes, I'm using a scrap of a bread loaf paper. Any paper will do. And then just keep folding it towards you until you get a small little square, and then you're going to want to stick that on the very bottom of the pumpkin. In hoodoo and other traditions, it is always said to use a brown paper with no machine cut edges, so just raw edges. But if all you have is white paper, you can also use that. And the second thing we're going to be doing is adding in your rice. And as you can see here, I'm just blessing and activating it. You can charge your intentions into each ingredient however you feel comfortable doing. And then we're going to add in a bunch of this abundance oil. And as I mentioned earlier, I have a money oil up on the channel that I did a few videos ago. To me, it doesn't really matter which money oil you use, as long as it's something that you made and your intentions are in it, or you bought it from a really well-known shop or somebody that you trust. I think they're all pretty much the same. They use a lot of the same ingredients, so whatever you put your mind to is what will happen. And we're also going to add in some peppermint water. I love using these floral and herbal waters from the Middle Eastern store, but of course you can use dried peppermint herb if that's what you would like to use, but I just think that water flows quickly, brings energy in. Just like water's constantly flowing, the money will flow towards you. That's my personal opinion, and that's what I like to use, but use whatever you have. And then also, the last liquid ingredient you're going to use is honey. Honey is usually used to sweeten things in your favor. Honey is sticky, so it will stick money to you, keep things stuck to you, bind things to you. So in money work, we're really trying to keep that money flowing towards us and stuck to us with these 2 ingredients. And you're also going to use cinnamon Cinnamon is great for money. It's fast acting, it's quick, it's powerful, it gets things moving right away. You could even use powdered and the stick form if you like, but I just like the way it looks in the pumpkin. It works the same, whatever you have on hand. And you're going to put in a little handful of cloves. If you use magical numbers, you can also do 13, 9, 7. The more the merrier. I had to use a big pumpkin for this spell, so I'm adding a little bit more than I normally would. If you're using a smaller pumpkin, of course, maybe doing 7 or 9 will work for you. And then I'm adding in 3 bay leaves. Bay laurel is great for prosperity, but also good luck, good fortune, making your wishes come true. And then we're adding in some basil, and you guys have heard me talk about all-purpose herbs. Basil is one of those herbs. It's just great for health, for wealth, for love, for luck, for everything. So always adding in basil and money spells. Next, you're going to add in some orange peel, and orange peel carries with it the energy of the sun, so think very potent, powerful. It uplifts your spirits if you've been depressed for money issues. Orange peel is a great ingredient to add. And then we're going to add in chamomile. And I feel like chamomile is sort of a lesser known ingredient in money work, but it's also long been used to attract money and good fortune and prosperity, especially for artisans or people who have their own businesses or make handicrafts. And it can also be really relaxing if you've been having anxiety about money troubles or business troubles. Lastly, you will be adding in star anise, and star anise is always good for power, for potency, for good luck, and good fortune. Then you're also going to want to cleanse your candle through your smoke. You can use Florida water, whatever you typically use to cleanse your candles with. I just am running it through this money incense that I have set over to the side. And once your candle has been cleansed, now you can anoint it with oil, whether that's on the inside itself or on the rim of the candle. You can even carve some money symbols into the top, whatever makes you feel good about doing this spell. And whatever you're trying to achieve, you can also write it along the side of the candle if you want, but the petition is fine in itself. You don't have to do that. That's all just optional. I also find that when you overload a candle with oil, I know people say you can make little holes in it or other things to help you keep the herbs and oils down inside of the candle, but honestly, I feel like it just ruins the burn of the candle, and it can give you mixed results if you like to read your candle at the end. So I choose not to do that, but it's up to you, whatever you find that helps you. And then I'm just going to be adding the citrine and the green aventurine around the outside of the pumpkin. And I know not everyone has a ton of crystals lying around like this, so if you just have one, just use one. I just like to make this look nice, and you guys know I sell crystals, so I have an abundance of crystals. And your spell is done. You can work this pumpkin for 3 days, for 5 days, for 7 days. Typically, these bigger candles for me usually burn out after 3 days, maybe 4, 5 at the very most. So I would try and work this pumpkin for 3 days. Just let it burn a third of the way down, then extinguish it. The next night, burn it, do the same thing. You can add more oil to it if you want. You could just chant over it, watch the candle burn down, and set your intentions into it. Good luck with your spell. I hope it brings you lots of prosperity or business success, whatever you're looking for. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave any questions or comments down below. Give this a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!